Welcome to another edition of JTJU, where we all try to be just a little better at the game of Clash of Clans. In this episode, 11.01, we'll go through a mice and men format, which means we'll lay out an attack plan for one of the clashers in JTJ, and then see how he does against one of our enemy in a clan war we had over the last few days. DangleSnipCell will be the JTJ clasher, and Azaza will be the enemy that will ply our trade against. So let's take a look at his base to start. Azaza, where are you? Here you are. So you'll see Azaza has got, he wins points for creativity, because he's clearly trying to recreate the towers of Giza on the Giza plateau. It looks like a pyramid to me, is what I'm saying. But it's not bad. I mean, it's symmetrical. He's got reasonably leveled air defenses at level 4. Not good though for a Town Hall 9. His archer towers are 8. His wizard towers look to be 3. Cannons at 9. But you know, it's basically, I think what he's trying to do is tempt people to come from the bottom, because it looks to be the shortest path, less defended, less walls. But in reality, if you stare at that, you can tell that this clutter is the problem down there. Is that any type of attack from that direction, your forces will spread. They'll arc away to the left and right, and then his main core will hammer away at you as you walk around the edge. I think that's his intention. There's a little bit of stuff here, but there's a ton of stuff on the outside. So I think that's what he's trying to do. But let's first take a look at what his that actually netted out to figure out how to attack him, because we usually focus on where the advantage is in troops versus defense. So in this case, DangleSnipCell is a Town Hall 8, but just starting to get some of his stuff upgraded. So like his wizards are upgraded, his healer is upgraded, Valk and P.E.K.K.A are medium. He's got a fully leveled for Town Hall 8 dragon though, which is pretty good. And then as against the Zeal, he's got, the guy's actually very underleveled. Remember, he was a Town Hall 9, and he's 2 to 3 levels behind in a lot of stuff. Specifically air defense. Notice the Wizard Tower is level 3, which is really a Town Hall 6 equivalent, and his air defense is a Town Hall 4, Town Hall 6 equivalent. So the advantage in terms of attacking power is on the air side. And it just so happens that Dangle's power is also maxed there, so I would say it's probably a dragon-based attack, so that's what we'll focus on. And the plan kind of looked like this, given that. So first off, we want to deal with the clutter. I guess let me first notate though that we're not going to T-duck, because with air attacks you never have to T-duck, especially dragons, because they can handle whatever comes out of the clan castle, and you don't want to pull the clan castle out. It's a waste of time. So we don't need to T-duck, but we will, because he's so isolated. Oz is isolated in the center here. We can kind of nibble around the edges and fix up our pathing a little bit. So we drop on these A positions some archers here, here, and here to try and improve the pathing that will be the main thrust this way, to kind of swoop it in from the right. The biggest thing with dragons is pathing. You either got to solve it with trimming the clutter, or with rage spells, or both of them. So we'll clear that clutter in that way. Then we'll drop all the dragons except 2 from B. They'll start doing this thing. Once they get to about here, we'll drop a rage and drop the remaining 2 dragons here again in a clutter clearing effort with a continuing flow this way. Rage spell to pull up. As they get to about here, this archer tower will engage. At that point, we'll use our clan castle as all max hogs to come in this way with a heal spell, because look at that density. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 of which can shoot air. So to clear that out with a group of hogs, that's a great value if we can do it, just to get these 7 items down. A lot of density there, a lot of things that can hit the air version. And then, then we'll just, kind of see how it works out, because I mean, this is a part of the map that depends on how well we do over here, whether we'll get it down or not, and just go from there. So let's take a look at the actual attack. So here's DangleSnip's attack. What's interesting with DangleSnipe, before we jump into it, is that he actually decided to go off book here. He went to his own approach, ignored the attack plan. So it seems like some people enjoy just having the attack plan created for them and then like just freelancing. That's fine, because then what we do is we have another clasher that actually is good at following instructions, come back and repeat the attack with the plan and kind of compare the two. So we'll have two attacks here. First, Dangle with his off-book approach. So let's take a look. Dangle, where are you at, buddy? So you notice the first thing he does here is he triggers the clan castle, which is a question mark, because when you're actually dealing with air defense attacks, specifically dragons, you don't really have to worry about the clan castle. The dragons are strong enough to take any masked wizard or any such thing, so triggering the clan castle and drawing it out is a mistake. So first step of he went away from the plan, before we said. So he's wasted in effect 20 archers and his king now with this attack here. Which could become, as you'll see later, an important aspect of what happens to him. So he drives in, and now he decides to use the hogs from the left, which, you know, isn't bad. I mean, he clears out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units, doesn't use a heal, which also we recommend to do. But he gets down an air defense, which will, and also creates a somewhat path into the left. But notice he lost 2 dragons down to the left here, and he lost a whole bunch of dragons to the right there. So one of the big things he didn't do with his little off-the-cuff approach here is think about clutter and pathing. He just said, well, you know, the clearest path is straight up, I'm going to go right in. And that might have worked if we would have done rage spell. It might have drawn in enough of the guys to get to here. But in effect, what happened is what usually does is the dragons went around the horde on both sides. He continued getting pummeled by the one air defense left at the 1030 position. And it ends up holding them to 1 star, which is the win for Oz. So I would say the plan was okay, but really I think there were this is the difference between just slamming troops in versus trying to think about the padding. So let's take a look at another approach to the same base using the actual plan. We'll go with, let's find Dustil here. There he is. Here's Jace. Jace actually could follow the instructions, so we'll take a look what Jace did. So here goes Jace. He's clearing out the clutter, and remember what our goal is a clean pathing rolling in right from top to bottom, from bottom to top right here. So first we cut a hole here, which makes the pathing on this way pretty clear. They won't run that way. Then we drop our main force of dragons. So far so good, because he's already clearing. He's clearing up here. He dropped all of his dragons here, so he compensated by dropping his king to clear out a little bit of stuff before they got there. Again, trying to turn them inward, which also worked out. He's doing okay. Drops his rage. It seems to be moving along according to plan. King and queen move out. We're taking damage. So everything looks pretty good right here. And notice, here's the wizards hammering. They do kill 1 dragon. Here come the hogs up from the top for a plan with the heal spell and support. And notice how much farther these hogs roll with the heal spell. I mean, they tear it up. This I didn't anticipate down low, the pathing. We should have had more archers to this side to clear this further. We would have wanted these dragons to actually pop up. That would have been better than having them shot running around killing. We want them to focus. Pathing should focus non-essential or essential stuff, not this stuff down low. Look at the hogs. The hogs took out almost 9 cells of defense by themselves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They did take out 9. And they nicked this thing up, allowing this to get this air defense down. So the hog strategy of the clan castle with the heal spell was awesome on the attack plan. It did far more than I thought it would. But we did miss. We were just a little bit off on thinking about where to place the archers, because they tended to go this way, which is where we didn't need help this way. We needed them really to be more this side. So if we were smarter, we would have dropped them more like right there versus right here. And then they would have flowed a little bit both ways, and that really would have done a better job. The other thing we could have done if we would have thought about this last, because we knew that this was going to be the last area, and we knew that if so, that these would be the last standing defenses. If we would have had, instead of 20 archers, had 15, or, I don't know. If you would have gotten rid of 1 dragon, that's always a big question. If you had instead like 3 giants and 2 wall breakers and an archer, they would have wiped this area right here. 3 giants, 2 wall breakers would have, right there, maybe. I don't know. You really won't, but you could definitely get this guy down with like 1, because he's not supported by anything, and it probably would have pulled in That's a question mark. I think the strategy is pretty good, though, overall. Definitely better than Dangle's off-the-cuff approach. So anyway, think about the clan castle troops, though, for hogs. I think that's the most important lesson learned here, and the pathing as being important. But other than that, enjoy your wars over the weekend and clash on. We'll talk to you soon.